Shh, starting again.
Dad? What is this?
Is a very strange and unexplainable recording shared by a young user named Luis. She shared a very strange moment in which a figure moves inside a painting hanging on the wall. Pay attention.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, güey. Sí.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, güey. Sí.
But what happened here? What would be the explanation for this video? That was not a reflection. Looking closely, you can see what appears to be a face in the portrait. Some people tell stories claiming that strange beings try to impersonate us. Some say they are doppelgangers, others say demons.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, güey. Sí.
देखो ये मैं हूँ और ये साथ चल रहा है। यकीन नहीं आ रहा ना,
लोग अक्सर नहीं मानते,
लेकिन आज मानेंगे। हम लोग बस गांव के दरवाजे तक जा रहे हैं।
वहाँ रोशनी है, मुझे अंधेरा ज्यादा पसंद है।
खैर जो भी है साथ।
A man named Renato was walking in a forest late at night. What he was doing there, nobody knows. But suddenly he saw a very strange creature that looked like a dog, wolf, or coyote. But it was very unusual. Pay attention. He's looking at us, man. Look, he's showing his teeth. He's really showing his teeth. Look at his eyes. Turn on the flashlight. Many believe this was a werewolf, a skinwalker, or a staged video. Another controversial recording shows a frightening-looking creature sprawled on a cluttered floor. The head resembled that of a human, but the body defied all known logic. Instead of legs, multiple arms emerged in sync like a spider's legs. The image is so disturbing that many believe it to be digital manipulation, while others argue it could be the result of an unknown mutation. The discussion remains open. What is really shown in this footage? This video was shared by a young man who works at a shoe store. He says strange things have been happening there. Noises, objects falling, and doors opening and closing on their own. And this happens both day and night. One day, he was helping a customer when something terrifying happened. Stay alert. While he was helping the customer try on a sneaker, something happened that scared both of them. A shoe is thrown to the floor by some invisible force. And if you think it simply fell, something else happens next. When the worker tries to pick it up, the shoe seems to spin in the air, completely startling him and making him run out of the store immediately. He believes the store is haunted by a supernatural presence. Many believe animals can see ghosts and spirits. A woman in the United States arrived home late one night and found her dog terrified. He seemed scared of something only he could see. She thought the scene was strange. He was frozen on the stairs. She grabbed her phone and recorded this video. Stay alert.
Oh,
A security guard in a clinic in Chile shared this very strange video. One night, something terrifying happened. It was Sunday and the clinic was closed to the public. The guard looked at the monitor and saw a figure. It looked like a little girl walking. Stay alert. He was terrified because no one was supposed to be there. The clinic was closed. So who or what was that? Look closely. The girl appears translucent. Many who watch the video believe it's a supernatural manifestation, a ghost wandering through the clinic. This video from the Philippines has shocked many people. It's a mysterious recording captured by a street camera. You can see a strange phenomenon that left viewers stunned. A woman in a red jacket seems to defy logic. As she walks, she appears to be headless for a moment. Was it a camera glitch, an optical illusion, or something supernatural? What happened here? This case happened in Buenos Aires. A man says his mother passed away recently. After that, he moved into a new apartment. Then strange things began happening. One night, while living alone, he was watching TV when the lights started flickering. He quickly grabbed his phone and began recording. Stay alert. The light turns on and off by itself.
In the hills of Rajasthan, India, a tourist had a surprising experience. He found a creature so curious that at first glance it looked exactly like a leaf, yet it wasn't. It was a leaf mantis, an incredible insect capable of perfectly imitating the shape and texture of a leaf to camouflage itself from predators. The discovery left him stunned. because although he'd heard of this unusual species, he never imagined he would one day see a live specimen right in front of him. A content creator shared a video of what appeared to be a black scorpion, but with claws much thicker than normal. What happened next was even more surprising. The animal began changing colors, shifting from deep black to bright blue, then back again. According to the creator, he had placed several scorpions inside a container near the Turno exclusion zone and monitored them from afar. Most didn't survive, but one underwent this strange transformation. He believed it to be a direct effect of radiation and intended to run more tests to investigate the phenomenon. While hiking in the Ocala National Forest in Florida, Mia Arden encountered something straight out of a nightmare hiding among the bushes. There was a creature so strange that it was impossible to clearly identify its features. In the video, no eyes or mouth can be seen, only fur with unusual patterns covering its head. The disturbing appearance made her keep her distance. Even after reviewing the footage, the creature remains a complete mystery. In Mexico, a man found a small, furry organism resting near the window inside his own car. Despite its seemingly harmless appearance, he hesitated to touch it and decided to film it instead. His research gave him quite a scare. It was a pus caterpillar, one of the most venomous caterpillars in the world. Contact with it can cause intense pain and severe skin reactions, so his decision not to touch it was very wise. A reserve officer was patrolling the Serra da Divisor National Park when he spotted, from a distance, an absolutely astonishing creature. Its legs resembled those of a lion, its head had eagle-like features, and massive wings stretched from its back. These characteristics matched perfectly with the legendary griffin. Despite working in the region for years, he had never seen anything like it. He recorded everything from a safe distance and sent the footage to authorities, who were unable to find the creature again. Still, the video sparked everyone's imagination and raised the same question: what if griffins are real? A driver was calmly traveling through a busy city when the sky suddenly began to darken. Out of nowhere, the ground ahead opened up and an elongated creature emerged from the depths of the earth. According to many who commented on the video, the creature resembled a fictional monster from Godzilla films. It was visible for only a few seconds before disappearing again. Some believe the scene simply showed a sinkhole, a natural formation that occurs when the soil collapses, while the creature was CGI. Sinkholes happen when limestone in the ground dissolves in groundwater, forming cavities that can cause sudden collapses. Even so, the video remains intriguing. And what do you think?
What you saw is not just disturbing, but completely real. First, because of the simple presence of a white goat in such an inhospitable, dark setting as an abandoned cemetery. Second, because of what it does. The creature stays upright on two legs for several seconds, and, according to Henry himself, even takes steps as if attempting to dance. It's true that some goats can stand on their hind legs to reach higher leaves, but here, that argument doesn't apply. The goat was beside a small pond in a totally open area, with no trees, no branches, nothing that would justify that posture, let alone such a prolonged and strange movement. And everything happened live. No cuts, no edits, no time to set up a prank or a visual trick to gain followers. What you see is exactly what happened in the moment, and that's precisely why it left so many people unsettled. After all, was this just simple animal behavior, or was there something more in that cemetery? As always, the decision is yours. In this position, we find a disturbing recording captured by a security camera inside a house, a video so direct and unexpected that it can give anyone chills. As you can see in the image, the young woman was completely calm, sitting in the living room, looking at her phone, unaware of what was about to happen moments later. What you just saw is disturbing from any angle. That hand that appears behind the couch does not seem to belong to any person. If you look closely, there are no distinguishable fingers. It has no defined shape. It's like a silhouette that simply touches her hair and then disappears. So who or what touched that young woman's head? The frightening part is that all of us have felt something similar at some point in our lives. A light touch on the arm, a strange feeling on the neck, a small tug on our clothes, and when we turn around, there's no one there. But because we never have proof, we make up logical explanations to calm ourselves. It was the wind. It was just imagination. Maybe I dreamed it. But if we had a camera recording behind us every time, maybe we would find something like this. Something we would never want to see. So next time something like that happens, forget logic immediately and remember this video.
This video was recorded by a construction worker. According to him, the man was simply filming the progress of the build. Nothing unusual. But completely by chance, his camera pointed toward a nearby platform and captured something that should never have been there. I'll let the video play. Try to figure out what I mean. It's very obvious and very strange. Did you notice it? Pay close attention. At first sight, you might think it's another worker in the background, or maybe a child. But when the camera moves, it becomes clear that the figure is much closer than it appears. It's standing there on that small platform, motionless, watching. What's most incredible is that if it really were that close, its height would be absurdly small, shorter than a child, with proportions that don't match any human. And its clothing seems completely white, like a tiny robe or tunic. And for a moment, it seems to move its arm as if pointing at something. Startling the dogs that were there. According to the owner, you can clearly see a shadow moving across the yard. Even the dogs seem to see it. They bark and try to attack the strange being that shouldn't be there. We can see a weird silhouette moving quickly. It couldn't be a person because of the way it moves and because it appears translucent. The question is, what was it? The case remains a mystery to this day. This next case was posted on TikTok. The home's security camera shows a cat eating when suddenly something draws its attention. A figure appears, walking slowly until disappearing off camera. What's strange is that the exact moment the figure appears, the cat begins meowing, as if reacting to a presence. Many believe animals can sense the supernatural, and this cat saw that figure. Was it a ghost or just a coincidence? What do you think? But that's not all. Later, watching the footage, he saw what looked like a person sitting on the floor. But who? He lives alone. After investigating, he discovered the apartment used to be a place where witchcraft rituals were performed. So what was that figure? A ghost? A spirit? An entity? What do you think? A group of friends in Indonesia were playing cards outside a house near another house said to be haunted. They were keeping watch until the owners returned.
Then one of them saw a strange presence, a face appearing in the supposedly haunted house. He quickly grabbed his phone and recorded, "Stay alert." Did you see it? Among the shadows, a face appears behind a pillar. It looks tall and is staring right at them. Was it created or a real apparition? You decide. This video was shared by a young woman in Argentina. It was nighttime and she was in her room when she noticed her suitcase moving on its own. She immediately grabbed her phone and recorded, "Watch." She was completely shocked. There was no explanation for the suitcase to move like that. Now, was it staged or a real paranormal event?
Prepare yourself to dive into the unknown. What you are about to see challenges everything we imagine about the supernatural. Stay alert because these images are going to mess with your mind.
हकीकत में हम नसीराबाद वाली गली में हैं और ये
डरने की जरूरत नहीं, मैं तेरे साथ वादे पर आया हूँ।
हाँ ये भी कह रहे हैं कि डरने की बात नहीं, बस शक्ल देखो।
Some people love their feline companions, yet still there are others who have a deep fear of cats. The next video was recorded by a young girl who said a strange shadow entered her house at night and stood in the doorway for several minutes before disappearing. Pay attention. Some people say they are the famous shadow men, a very well-known entity. Well, this video was recorded in Mexico. In Mexico and other South American countries, many people believe in the legend that witches